Look at this. I am so sorry, but Coachella.
You know what time it is? The Influencer Olympics just went down this weekend, and surprise, surprise, it was a total circus once again. Every single year, Coachella turns into the main stage for drama, and this time, it hit a whole new level. What's supposed to be a chill weekend filled with music and good vibes ended up being one giant headache. Let's get into the mess. Coachella weekend. One came and went, and if you've scrolled through your For You page, you already know it felt off. The vibes were weird from the jump. Things started falling apart the moment people showed up to camp on Thursday morning. Usually, Coachella's got their act together when it comes to organizing cars and campsites, but this year, total chaos. See, Coachella has different camping setups like car camping with a preferred front row option, powered car camping, and regular tent camping. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, this year they decided to toss in a bunch of fancy new upgrades like preset tents that are already set up for you, private tent areas, and even a bougie sunset van camping package. Sure, more options sound cool until everything goes sideways. People think Coachella was just trying to squeeze more cash out of festival goers with these pricey upgrades without figuring out how to actually manage it all. The result? Straight up madness. Folks were stuck in their cars for over 12 hours in the blazing heat with zero food, no water, and not even a bathroom in sight. Like, how do you drop hundreds, sometimes thousands, on a ticket and end up trapped in a car like it's a survival show?
So Coachella car camping is a mess this year. We've been here for like over 2 hours and we still have no clue where we're going. People are just setting up their campsites in random spots, even though that's for sure not where we're supposed to be camping at. Also up there was an accident and people were all throwing stuff at each other. Last year it took us like 15 minutes to get our camping spot. This year there's not a staff member in sight.
Live from the Coachella car camping line. We've been here since 7:30.
It's almost 12 hours.
Right now, the time, 5. What time is it?
5:21.
5:21. We've been here for 12 hours. I've been like this.
And we decided to stretch.
For 12 hours. Somehow.
Coachella, what the hell are you doing? We have been stuck in line for nearly 10 hours. We showed up here for camping at 3 in the morning and got in line. It's almost 1 p.m. right now. We still haven't even gone through security, and everyone around us has been here for just the same amount of time. It's 100 degrees outside. People's cars are overheating. They're running out of gas. There are no bathrooms anywhere for us to use. There's staff porta potties people are being denied access to. People who've been waiting there in their car for 10 plus hours.
Some people were pulling up at 2 a.m. just to lock in a prime camping spot, even though Coachella wasn't even checking cars in until 9 a.m. That right there turned the whole place into a parking lot nightmare. Billboard broke down the confusion around check-in times and the new preferred campsite system. Instead of the usual first come, first served setup, they switched to a reservation-only method this year. That might sound more organized, but sources told Billboard it actually slowed everything down. Just a few extra minutes per camper ended up stacking into hours of delays as the sun kept rising. Making things even messier, hardcore festival fans were camping out in their cars way before sunrise, trying to grab the best spots in the general camping section. On Reddit and TikTok, people were saying Golden Voice opened the gates as early as 3 a.m. and were dropping tips on the best arrival times like it was some secret club. Sources close to the event say that sometimes in past years, gates would open as early as 6 a.m. But for 2024 and 2025, the official campground entry time was listed as 9 a.m. No matter who you believe, this year's decision to stick with 9 a.m. caused a serious backup. Fans were trapped in long car lines for hours, just trying to get inside and start their weekend. That whole camping chaos? Yeah, it included full security checks for every camper too. Just a complete mess from start to finish. And what made it even more wild was seeing how different the influencer experience looked this year compared to regular festival goers. Speaking of influencers, we gotta talk about James Charles. Let's be real, it's not a proper Coachella drama recap without James getting dragged into something. Every single year, it's like clockwork. Whether it was the Sugar Bear hair drama or that influencer feud that exploded into a full-on mess, James somehow always ends up in the middle of controversy. And this year, he was getting roasted online for acting like a VIP diva. James posted a TikTok complaining about how Coachella ditched the bikes and combined the VIP and artist entrances for no reason, according to him. That meant he had to walk and wait in lines just like everybody else. The horror, right? People in the comments were not having it. Some were calling him straight up entitled. One person even said, "God forbid influencers walk." Another chimed in calling it a hot take and dragged him for thinking walking was beneath him.
I just got to my room for Coachella and we're gonna do first impressions. This is where I'll be getting ready for the weekend. I'm so excited. We have so many Lemmy products. Toilet, shower, bathtub. Okay, now we're entering the room. So cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, if you can't tell by now, I'm here with Lemmy. Shut the f up. No way. Guys, I've been wanting to get one of these like old cameras for the longest time.
James might have been wearing designer fits, but it didn't save him from the comment section smoke this time. Look, if you're not a performer, you don't get that artist entrance. Just because someone's rich doesn't mean they're above walking like the rest of us. But the privilege and entitlement were loud this year. And James didn't hold back either. He clapped back and said, "When you're paying thousands of dollars for a special pass." Yes, actually. Some folks did jump to his defense. One person commented, "It's so funny that people acting like VIP is only for celebrities, girls. You can also buy VIP." And James replied with, "No, literally, I dot." And of course, James wasn't about to waste a Coachella weekend without plugging his makeup line. A shady little comment popped up from a sketchy-looking account that was clearly run by James or someone on his team. The comment asked, "Hi, how has his makeup not melted off in that weather?" James replied with a cheeky little tease, making it sound like he had a secret formula. So yeah, don't be shocked if he drops some kind of setting spray or sweat-proof product just in time for summer. But even with all that glam and promo, it sounds like James wasn't loving the experience. One person joked in the comments, "Watching from District 12, but I'm in AC in my comfy outfit in bed." James shot back with, "Girl, trust and believe. The festival this year is District 12. He even dropped another TikTok going off about why this year's Coachella was such a disaster and why it totally flopped for him. You just know Tana was probably thrilled she skipped Coachella this year. Instead of sweating it out in the desert, she hit the road with Trisha Paytas and went on tour. And honestly, that was a genius move. Like, come on, while people were getting stuck in car lines and dragging themselves through dust storms, we had Trisha Paytas live on stage doing her thing. Icon behavior. Tana seriously dodged a bullet because Coachella this year? It was totally off. Even with Lady Gaga performing, something about the whole vibe felt weird. Alex Earl was super excited to see Gaga live, but the crowd completely ruined the moment. She posted a video of herself dancing and wrote, "The crowd last night at Lady Gaga was not it. Everyone was standing like a mannequin. Hello." Like, how do you just stand there at a Gaga show? She also commented that a lady behind her actually yelled at her for dancing. People in the comments were shook too, backing Alex up hard. One person even said, "This is so scary. Is everyone okay?" When a Gaga crowd feels like a silent museum tour, you know something's seriously wrong with the festival vibes this year. The energy this year? Super weird. It felt like Coachella turned into one giant content farm instead of a music festival. Everyone had their phones up, more focused on capturing the perfect moment than actually enjoying the music.
Coachella is not heading the same this year. Get ready with me for day number 3. A lot of you guys were asking me what happened to my day 2 get ready video, and I'm gonna be real with you, I filmed it. But I did spend almost the entire video complaining about different things that they changed at the festival this year, and when I watched it back and when I saw your guys' comments on the video I posted yesterday morning, watching this from District 12 where influencers are so out of touch, I just deleted it. Now, the last time that I accepted a brand deal at Coachella was Sugar Bear hair, and we all saw how that went. So ever since then, I have politely declined any Coachella brand deals, which is totally fine, but that does mean every year I have to pay for my own artist passes for myself and my team, and they are really expensive. I do it every year though, and I don't complain because I know that I'm blessed to be able to afford it, and the whole point of buying this pass is for convenience, privacy, and safety most importantly. For some reason, they made a ton of changes this year that literally remove all of those things. For example, I spend majority of my time in the VIP section. Sometimes by the end of the night, my social battery is a little bit drained, and you guys know I don't drink, but a lot of you do, which is perfectly fine until it's not. So it's nice to be able to quickly escape to the artist section for a bit of a break and some privacy. Like on Friday night, I had just walked into the artist section and some drunk girlie sprints up to me, squishes my face like this and goes, "You look like James Charles," and then starts picking off the pearls from my face. I literally had to grab her hand and shove her off. Then last night at Charlie XCX in the artist crowd, some guy comes up behind me, grabs my waist, spins me around, and tries to make out with me. Situations like that are never appropriate, and there have just been a few too many things this year that have made me feel not comfortable, not private, and definitely not safe, which is the entire point of this pass. The best analogy I can think of is if you bought a VIP ticket to your favorite artist concert, but when you get to the venue, the security guard is like, "Hey, I know you paid for that VIP ticket, but it's actually just open seating GA free-for-all, so find a spot and enjoy the show." You still get to see your favorite artist, but it's not the experience that you paid for. And that is a great way to summarize Coachella 2025.
People are really missing the days when Coachella was about the beats, not the clout. The next day, Alex Earl posted another video breaking it all down. She shared how she got yelled at just for dancing and trying to have fun at a music festival. That crowd was so stiff, it's wild! But it wasn't just influencers dealing with awkward energy. Hailey Bieber pulled up to Coachella with Justin Bieber, and the way the paparazzi caught her had everyone talking. She was seen driving Justin and his boys around the festival, and it instantly turned into a viral moment. The clip showed Hailey sitting alone in the front seat while Justin chilled in the back, drinking and laughing with his friends. People online did not hold back. They were calling her their Uber driver. Comments were rolling in like, "Imagine driving your man and his homeboys around town. I feel bad for her." And, yep, someone even brought up that famous Selena line saying, "You are so embarrassing." But not everyone was dragging her. Some folks clapped back at the hate. One person said, "Sometimes people make up so much stuff online. I'm surprised the narrative isn't she kidnapped him. It's totally okay for a woman to drive her husband and his friends."
I am so sorry, but Coachella, look at this. We have Trisha Paytas live in concert.
Still, the whole situation had the internet in their feelings, and it definitely didn't help Hailey's current image. If Hailey's cool with it, that's her choice. Later on, she was spotted with Justin at the Y set, hanging out with Tate McRae and Kid Laroi. They all looked fine, so this might just be another case of the internet turning nothing into a whole thing. But let's move to Charlie XCX because she stirred up some major heat this weekend. She pulled up to a Coachella after-party wearing a sash that said, "Miss should be headliner." People were not having it. Green Day was the actual headliner, and fans thought her little fashion statement came off real disrespectful. One tweet that went viral said, "Imagine being so far up your own ass that you think you're more popular than Green Day after one mediocre EDM album that was overplayed by TikTok." That tweet had people going off. Meanwhile, Kylie Jenner also made headlines at Coachella, but not for anything messy. She was spotted in the crowd with Timothée Chalamet, dancing and all over each other. Some folks were saying it felt illegal to see them like that, just because they're usually so private. But real talk? Coachella this year just wasn't it. People have been saying the crowd felt dead. Barely anyone was dancing. It looked like everyone came to flex their outfits, not vibe to the music. And if you actually were there to have fun, you got side-eyed like you were doing too much. At this point, Weekend 2 might be the move if you want a real festival feel. Weekend 2 might have less influencer chaos and more people actually showing up to enjoy the music. But let's be honest, sitting in a tent, sweating in the middle of the desert, still sounds like pure misery no matter what weekend you go.
I got into a little altercation last night at Lady Gaga. Basically, we got there and it was so packed and no one was dancing, so I was like jumping up and down, and there was this woman behind me and she kind of like yelled at me. I don't know if she said like, "You realize there's other people here, right?" Or like, I don't know, she said something to me. I snapped a little bit It's like a Big Al came out, got a little crazy, and I was like, I'm trying to have fun, bitch. And then Braxton, and then this lady's friend like comes up. So then Braxton's standing in between me and these like ladies, and we had beef like the whole night. But then they left like 10 minutes later. So I was like, well, clearly I didn't care that much about Lady Gaga. So I was upset.
Anyway, I want to hear from you. What do you think about everything that went down? Was Coachella a flop this year, or are people just being dramatic? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And listen, before you click off, make sure you like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Seriously, hit that subscribe button right now. It only takes a second, and it helps a lot. Plus, you'll never miss out on the next messy deep dive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.